So in this video, I'll show you how to run the ESP-Claw AI agent on a Unihiker K10 board. So previously, we already made a video about running ESP-Claw AI agent on the ESP32S3 development board. But as that was a development board, we need to add external peripherals to it to make some really interesting projects. But now, as I got this feature-packed board which is also based on ESP32S3 and got built-in display, camera, mic, speaker, sensors, and LEDs, well, I think this will be the best board to run the AI agent on it and ask to build some really cool projects. So now let me set up my computer to show you how to flash the firmware on this board, and in the meantime, you enjoy this informative ad break. So this video is sponsored by LTM, and you must have already heard about LTM software a lot from my videos, but you may ask that, hey Sachin, I'm a student, I can't afford LTM license, or else I don't know how to use it. Well, I got a special news for you all people. So LTM came up with something really exciting for all the students in India called as LTM Student Lab, in which you can enroll for free with your university email ID, and later you'll get free access to LTM license, PCB design courses, and certification as well from LTM upon completion of the courses, which will truly highlight your resume. And the most amazing thing about using and learning LTM software is that this software is accepted globally by a lot of well-known tech companies. So if you are a student from India, well, you should not miss out this opportunity. Just click the link mentioned in the description right now and enroll for free for LTM Student Lab. Okay, so now to flash the ESP-Claw firmware, you first have to go to esp-claw.com, whose link you can find in the description of this video, and make sure you open this link in the Chrome browser. Now, here I already connected my Unihiker K10 board via USB Type-C data cable. So now we are good to go to flash the firmware. So here I'll just click on online burning. Now click on the connect button, and here is the port on which the Unihiker K10 board is connected. I'll click on connect, and now I'm good to go to select the configuration. So it automatically detected the chip as S3, so it's already selected. Now I have to choose the brand, so it is from DF Robot. Later I need to select the board, so it is DF Robot K10. And that's pretty much it. I'll click on start burning, and now it will start flashing the firmware on the board directly. Previously it was asking all the configuration before flashing the firmware, but now it is not asking before, rather after flashing the firmware we need to provide all the configuration. So now let's wait for the firmware to get flashed on the board. Okay, so the firmware is flashed successfully, and on the Unihiker K10 board we get to see the ESP-Claw animating logo kind of thing. So here let's just click on reconnect serial port because it got disconnected while resetting. I'll connect it again, and now hopefully it will go to the step 2. Let's wait. Okay, so now we are on the step 2 where we need to provide our Wi-Fi credentials. So I'll quickly provide the credential of my Wi-Fi network to make this device talk to internet. Later click on connect Wi-Fi. Perfect, it says the device is now connected to the network, and now we are good to go to open this URL on our browser to do the further configuration. So I'll just click on it. Now here make sure the laptop and the Unihiker K10 board both should be connected under the same network, then only you will be able to access this web page. So now it is asking for configuring the LLM. So here I will go with the OpenAI, and now I need to provide the OpenAI API key. So I'll quickly go to my account platform.openai.com. Under the API keys section, I'll click on create new secret key, and we'll name it as demo K10 create secret key. And here is the API key for OpenAI. I'll quickly provide that here. Save and continue. Now it is asking for configure the IM or instant messaging services. So as of now, these many options are available. Out of them, I'll go with the Telegram. Now here, let me tell you, if you don't want to integrate Telegram, you can skip this step as well, as in the current version of ESP-Claw, they have a web chat option in which you can chat with your ESP-Claw agent using the same web dashboard. I'll show you further in the video, but for others who want to integrate it with Telegram, let me show you the steps for that. So here I'll select a Telegram, and now it is asking for the Telegram bot token. So let me quickly show you how to create the Telegram bot token. So for that, open up Telegram on your smartphone and go to BotFather. Here just type out /new bot. This will help us to create a new bot. Now we need to give this bot a name. I will name it as K10 Claw. That should be fine. Now I need to give the username that should be end with bot. So I'll name it as K10 Claw bot if it is available. Oh, it's already taken. No issues. I'll name it as K10 ESP-Claw bot. Hopefully. yes, this is available. And now here is that bot token which I need to provide in the web configuration. So I'll simply copy this and paste it here. Perfect. Click on save and continue. Now it is asking for configure web search. Now this is also an optional, so this feature will help your ESP-Claw bot to do web searches as well. In my case, I'll try to provide the Tavily API key by going into my Tavily account. And here I'll click on this plus icon to create a new API key and I'll name it as demo K10. Click on create and copy the API key and I'll simply paste that here. Perfect. Click on save and finish. And I'm done with all kind of configurations now. So I can simply click on restart now, which will restart my AI agent on the board. And then we are good to go to interact with it and do whatever stuff that we want. Okay, so it got restarted and here is our web dashboard. And as I said previously, now this time ESP-Claw has an option to do the web chat as well. So here is that option of web chat. So now no need for instant messaging services like Telegram. You can still interact with your AI agent using this particular web dashboard. Let me just show the demo. I'll simply type hi here. And as you can see, it says ESP-Claw is snapping on it. So the message is being received by the agent and it says, hi, I am ESP-Claw. What can I help you do? So that's the agent running for you straight from the web dashboard. And now in case if you want to integrate or interact with the Telegram only, let me show you how to do that as well. So here in the BotFather, there is a link or by tapping on which it will open up your bot. You can say, I'll click on start. As you can see, it says ESP-Claw is snapping on it. That means this Telegram bot is also successfully connected with the agent. And now we have both the option, like you can chat using the Telegram bot, chat using the web chat. It's your choice. So those were the simple steps to do the configurations. And now let's move ahead and see what we can do with this AI agent running on the Unihiker K10 board. Okay, so let's start with the very basic demo of controlling the onboard LEDs with the help of this Telegram chatbot. So here I'll simply type, can you turn on all the LEDs to blue color? Let's see. So right now, as you can see, all the LEDs on the back are turned off. And in a couple of seconds, it should turn on blue color. Okay, so it turned on one single LED at the back of the board. And now I'll ask, can you turn on all three LEDs? Let's see if it can recognize all the three LEDs and can make it blue as well. Okay, it says I should type set 3 LEDs blue. Okay, let's type this way. Okay, and now all the 3 LEDs are turned on with blue color. As you can see, all 3 are on. So that was a very basic demo which we can perform in any of the microcontroller board. But let's try to go a little deeper and use the built-in screen maybe. So let's try to create a project. So it got a built-in screen and as it also got the web search. So let's try to ask this device to print some data after getting it from internet. So I'll type it out as, can you show the current weather status of Ahmedabad city with a beautiful UI on the display? Let's see if it can perform this or not. So it got the Tavily API, so it can do the web search to get the real-time weather status, and as it got display, so it can probably print a beautiful UI or display a beautiful UI on the screen as well. Let's try, let's wait and watch. Okay, so I get to see a beautiful UI on the screen, which got a lot of data, by the way. Let me just make it. So yeah, hopefully it is visible now. And even in the chat, we got all the data like the temperature, the humidity, wind, visibility, and all those things are displayed on the display. But the UI is not seem to be proper. It is like getting cut from this edge. Okay, but anyways, we are able to see a lot of data on the screen by just typing a single prompt for it. Wonderful. Let's move ahead and try something different. So as it got a display, okay, can it create its own game or not? Let's try it out. So I'll ask, can you make Flappy Bird game on the screen which I can play with boot button? It also got a boot button on the back which is connected at GPIO 0. Okay, let's try to ask this prompt and let's see if this AI agent can make a game and display on the screen by just giving a prompt. Okay, so here is the game and it says press the boot button to restart, and here is the boot button. So I'll try to play the game and show you. So yeah, here is the game. And can you imagine, this complete game is made by just giving a prompt for it, and we haven't wrote any single line of code. We just asked this AI agent to make a game, and here it is. As you can see, we are able to make this game in just, let's say, 15-20 seconds, I guess, and it's completely working fine. And if I miss a pillar, as you can see, it says game over, press boot button to restart. A very stable game which was created by an AI agent. So this was definitely a very cool demo, and that's why I love this Unihiker K10 board. Like, it got a lot of things to explore, to experiment. Okay, so in the previous episode of ESP-Claw, we just used with the development board, and we don't have many things on the board to try it out, but this is a perfect board to try out a lot of things. So I definitely recommend this. But anyways, let's go ahead, and as it got a camera on board, let's try to do some camera related stuff. So here, let's start with a very basic thing, and I'll ask that, can you take a picture and send me here on Telegram? Let's see if it can do or not. So I'll just place it towards the camera, and let me just make like this. Okay, let's see if it can click and send the picture. Okay, I got the picture. So here it is. It is showing the image of camera because it is facing towards the camera right now. So yes, you can ask this device to send a picture, or maybe schedule a task to maybe send picture after every 30 minutes or 1 hour or anything like that. So you can use it as a on-demand image capturing device, kind of a camera that can send you picture whenever you want. So yeah, you can definitely do that. And moreover, as it got screen as well, let's try if it can live stream the camera footage onto the display or not. So I'll just ask, can you stream the camera footage live on display? If yes, then do it. Okay, let's see. I'll just face this device in front of the camera. Yes, live camera preview supported, and it started it on display. Oh, is it? No, I cannot see anything on the display right now. Maybe I'll just reboot this device, and I'll straight away ask the same prompt to it. Okay, so now let's wait for it. Oh, it started. Oh, but it got stuck, like the image got stuck. So I just asked this prompt for one more time, and let's see if it can do it or not. Okay, it says live preview is running on the display now. I think there's some kind of bug, so I need to reboot it again. And for the very last time, let's try to ask the same prompt if it can do it on the screen or not. So let's try it out. It started in the beginning, but it got stuck in the middle. Like, I was able to see my face on the screen, but I don't know why it got stuck. Okay, it started again, and now it's working perfectly fine. As you can see, you can see my face on the display, and I can move this, and yeah, I can see everything around as well. Later, we tried to give another prompt to ESP-Claw to send a photo when it detects the movement with the help of proximity sensor connected to port 0 of our Unihiker K10 board. And later, after a couple of seconds, it started running the automation, and now if someone waved their hand, it captures the photo immediately and send it to our Telegram chat. And similarly, you can ask this AI agent to run any such automation, maybe send a photo when it detects any movement, maybe send a photo after every 30 minutes, and many more such things. And with these many project possibilities, I think the Unihiker K10 board is the best board right now to try out the ESP-Claw AI agent in it. So I'll definitely recommend this board, and in case if you don't have this board to try out that AI agent, well, don't worry, as we are selling the Unihiker K10 board at the best price on internet through our website techiesms.com, whose link you can find in the description of this video. So go get one for yourself right now and try out your own personal AI agent on this K10 board. So that's all about this video. Well, do hit the like button if you really find this video interesting and useful, and also share your thoughts below about how would you be using the AI agent running on this Unihiker K10 board. Well, share your project ideas below, and let's have some interesting conversation. And yeah, with that being said, Hi, I'm just ending this video here, and now just wait for my next video and then explore, learn, share with me, techiesms.